today with another video. But before I get started on all the details, please make sure to hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed to my channel already. And if you are subscribed to my channel, please make sure to turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Now I am here today with a pink box, so you guys already know this one is going to be brought to you by the company ISEE Hair. Of course, I'm going to make sure to leave all of the details down below, but we're going to go ahead and try to open this baby up. Okay. Uh-oh, I got it backwards. And I got lotion on my hands, so y'all probably gonna see little prints, but this is the box right here. And open that up. Of course, we have everything packaged up like this. So in this box, you get a wig cap, and you also get your adjustable, removable elastic band. What was in the box was pretty simple, so let's go ahead and open up this bag. This is their 360 water wave wig. This one is in the length 22 inches. Look at those waves. Yes, ma'am. As you can see, this is pre-cut. This one also has your Invisi straps, so you're able to tighten and adjust. It does come with your removable combs, so you get a comb on each side. And you also get a comb in the nape area. And of course, you get your adjustable, removable elastic band. Now, before we do anything, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to add any tint spray, because I feel like with ISEE Hair, sometimes I have to, and then sometimes I don't need to. It just really depends. It does look like they went ahead and plucked out that hairline. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up this strap right here. If you don't know, if you're new, I do have a small head, okay? I have a small head. So when it comes to 360 wigs, some companies can be a hit or a miss. Usually with ISEE Hair, they're not too big on my head, but I'm just gonna tighten it up and see, and if it's too tight, then I'll just readjust it. This is what it is looking like on. I love this hair. It's really nice and soft, but I probably am gonna go in and tint the front of the hairline. Okay, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but for me and my lace, we're gonna get it tinted. Now, it's not too bad because I feel like once you add some type of spray on it, it's probably going to melt and blend in really good. They did a really good job with plucking out the hairline. It looks good. Also, let's get into this parting space. This is about as far back as you want to go, because then you'll reach a track right here. And then of course you get your parting on the side. So I feel like it's a good amount of parting. It's not too bad, but you're not gonna get that super deep parting. But this does go all the way across, so you get the same amount, which is really good. And one thing I love about this lace already is that it's not too thin to where my cap is showing, because a lot of the times when the lace is too thin, it's telling all on me in the front area, and then I have to readjust and fix my cap. But I don't feel like it's too thin. Like, it's thin enough to where it's going to blend in really well to my skin, but not thin enough to where I need to go in and change out my cap. Now, as far as the fit goes at this current moment, because I did not tighten it up all the way, I could probably go in and tighten up the elastic band just a little bit more, which is probably what I'll do before I add my tint spray. And then I also haven't pulled those straps yet. When it comes to the sides, I don't think I'm really gonna have to cut off anything. I actually feel like it's almost perfect. I probably could trim off just a little bit, but you wanna be very careful with how you trim, because you do get that Invisi strap right here. And so just only trim like right in this area. If you go too far back, you don't end up cutting off that strap. But it's not too much. As far as the length goes, this is what it is looking like now. Of course, this is without any product. So once I put my product in, it'll probably shrink up a little bit. But honestly, the way the waves are at this current moment, I think you can really just kind of rock it like this without putting any product. It really just depends on the look you're going for. It should be very fun to install. So I am going to go ahead and get to styling it. And then of course I'll be back to show you guys the final looks and also to tell you guys my final thoughts. For my bun, because y'all know me and the buns, we don't always get along, but it's there and it's working. Now the first thing I decided to do was tighten up my straps a little bit more, and then I went in with a little bit of my tint spray. Let me rephrase that. I should have went in with a little bit, okay? I went in with almost 3 coats, and I was like, 1 coat probably would have been enough because it was already kind of like pre-tinted. So once everything dried down, I did have to go in with a little bit of a lighter powder just to kind of even everything out. Now the good thing about the tint spray that I use is that you can kind of wash it out and you can reapply it over time. It's not like permanent, but it still did really good with that little bit of powder. It looks very, very natural. So I'm not mad at it, and because I know how to play around with the tint spray, it's not a big deal. The first style, I just decided to stick with a simple middle part. I went in with a little bit of my olive oil mousse at the top of the hair, and then I went in with my Tresemme Flawless Curls because I did not want this to feel heavy and weighed down, especially because of the density. Now towards the ends of the hair, I had to make sure to go in with some extra water because it did feel a little bit dry, and that's where I got a little bit of that's where I got some of the shedding from. I also went in at the ends and put a little bit of this just to kind of make it more defined because it was coming off a little bit frizzy. I went in with my wide tooth comb, and then I also used my defining brush just to make the waves pop a little bit more, and then I used my diffuser to dry everything down. I did not diffuse the hair 100%. I would say I diffused it about 90%, but I also did not add a lot of water, okay, throughout the hair. I added more towards the ends because that's where I feel like it was giving me that dryness. And then once everything dried down, I went in with my Sleek and Shine Serum just to kind of fluff up the hair. And then I used my hot comb at the top to press it down. I put a little bit of wax in the front to smooth everything out. And then I went in with my hot comb to press it, even though it really didn't need to be pressed out too much, because once I went in, even though it didn't need to be pressed out too much because it was already slick, especially because I added that mousse at the top. Did I tell y'all what I installed this with? I don't think so. I went in with the olive oil adhesive mousse, okay? The olive oil line is my favorite. If you don't know by now, now you know. It gives you a nice light hold without doing too much. But yes, the hairline was already looking good, so it's not much that needs to be done to the hairline. I did go in with some powder in the middle part just to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. And then I was done. That was simple and easy. Now the second style, I decided to do a half up, half down style. I did have to go in with a little bit more of my adhesive spray on the side just because my sides were lifting. Now usually when I like to do a half up, half down, or just pull all the hair up, I always have to go in with the elastic band again to sit around it so I don't mess up anything. And that's what you guys seen me do when it was time to style this bun right here, because I knew it was going to be all over the place. But the half up, half down was cool. It definitely showcased the hairline a bit more. And then we moved on to this third style. Now with this third style, I did have to kind of play around with it a little bit to make sure all the hair was up. The main thing was getting those straps to pull. Now these straps to me are a little bit more secure because it has like a knot at the end, and then it also has like this little ball. I'll insert on the side so you can see an up close of it. So if you have been watching me for a while, when the Invisi straps first started, I was popping those straps, y'all. I was popping those straps. I was not a fan of them because I'm like, either I'm too strong or these too weak, okay? So this one I actually had to pull. I had to pull it and get it together. It did help to tighten it up. I do have a small head, so sometimes everything doesn't fit me all the way. Now for this, I feel like it's not too bad, okay? So if you have a small head like me, I don't think it's too bad. Now I did have to add some bobby pins in the back to kind of lay everything down. So if you want it to look really, really melted in the back, I will go in with some mousse and some adhesive spray if you don't mind laying everything down back there, and that is going to help really make it look scalp-like. Now what I did was just kind of pull out some hairs in the back just to make it look a little bit more natural and try to hide that lace. But for the most part, I mean, it's laying down. I don't have any issues. The cap is not too big on my head. Could it be a little bit smaller? Yes, but it's not too big to where I'm gonna sit here and complain and say like it's gonna flop all over the place. So if you have the same size head as me, I think you'll be okay. As far as shedding and tangling goes, I did receive some shedding during the styling process. And as far as snags go, I mean, with this type of texture, I feel like it's going to happen like, come on now. Somebody who does not like a lot of maintenance, you may want to check out some of their straighter styles or maybe something a little bit shorter, because you are going to have to put some work in when it comes to this to keep it looking all nice. It's pre-ready to wear, so not much is needed. If you do not want to add any product and just spray some water and fluff it up straight out of the box, I think you can definitely do that because the hairline is ready to go. It's already pre-bleached. It's already pretty much pre-styled for you. It's just up to you to decide what styles you want to get into. But let me know what you guys think about this. Okay, like I said, my bun, me and my bun had to, you know, we had to get it together and tussle. It's a bobby pin back here, bobby pin on the side. You know, I had to roll it around and everything else, but it's up here now, okay? and I ain't touching it again. If you are feeling this one, I am gonna make sure to leave a link down below in the description area. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on, share and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.